Howdy. This is the great merge. It requires your complete trust and knowing that any discomfort that you're feeling right now is part of getting you through the river of change and into the light. This river has a rough sea. It's rough waters for many of you. The river is not calm right now. It's designed to be stormy. It's designed to crack you open. When we are learning something new, when we are becoming, in the process of change, we can forget. We can get lost in the pain of that change. And we can forget where we truly want to be. We can lose sight of what our souls, what our hearts, and what our consciousness has set in motion prior to birth. You made pre-birth agreements. And this December, this timeline is all about honoring those pre-birth agreements. Some of you lost your way. And we say that in inverted commas because you can never truly lose your way. Where you went, where you are, is where you're meant to be. But we say lost your way from the human perspective because with this calling that you're hearing, with your past catching up to you now, it's getting more and more difficult to ignore that call. It's getting way more difficult to refuse the honoring, the respecting, and the compassion of stepping onto the timeline of your soul's deepest, truest desires. Do you trust the design of this creative, difficult, highly focused, intense frequency that is pulling you forward? It's beckoning you. It's throwing out a silver cord. Got my cowboy hat on, right? Your higher self, your soul, is throwing out a silver cord, a rope, a strong soul rope that's full of strength, that's full of confidence in your ability to surf these seas. And it's saying, let us help you now. Here's the rope. Let it fall down around your waist and let us pull you safely to shore. You need to trust your higher self. You need to trust the rope, the strength of the rope to pull you through those deep and murky waters. I'm thinking of that song, Wade in the water, Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water, yeah. Yeah, we are having wades in the water. Can you trust that God's going to trouble the water? God, source, your monad, your oversoul, your soul family agreed to help you get through this, agreed to get you to the other side so that you could embody your future 5D self. That's what's happening right now. This is huge energy. This is important. I said in my Telegram podcast, I talked about the energies leading up to the eclipses. And one of the things that was channeled was it could feel like, it could look like it's a battle between your 3D reality, your 3D self, the old you, and your 5D future version. But what's got to happen now is we need to merge the two. We need to bring it home. We need to create the merge so that you can emerge as this new future self and live happily ever after. There is so much resistance and shadows being brought to light. Anything that doesn't work in your life is going to scream at you right now. It's going to have you by the throat. It's going to be saying, this isn't working. We can't stay here. The thing about energy and life and nature and the soul and quantum, it needs to keep evolving. It needs to keep moving ahead. What are you doing to support the merge? What are you doing to compassionately guide yourself to the other side? What inner voice, what niggle, what gut feelings are you having? Maybe you've been having them all year. Maybe you've had them since the start of 2020, when the whole world went into chaos in March. Whatever whatever that inner voice is saying to you, you really need to listen. It is pivotal. Even if you're too scared, and by the way, most people's inner child, most people's human self are petrified, terrified out of their wits right now, because we are being asked to leap and the net will appear. We're not being shown a lovely net. We're on the cliff face and nobody's there saying, look at that lovely net that's going to catch you. No. Your soul is saying, jump, leap, and the net will appear. You need to go first. You need to jump first, and then the universe will follow. The angels will follow. But you need to jump first. And your ego's going, what? Who? Me? Little me? What? Are you nuts? You want me to jump off this cliff to my death? Right? Death of the old identity, death of the 3D personality, death of the old relationship, marriage, work identity, career, role, death of the old role. You want me to just fall to my death? And your soul is saying, no, I want you to leap and jump into this new timeline, which is transformative. But you got to do it because you have free will. We can't push you. We can't force you. You have free will. And at the end of the day, you're going to have to face that. And it is scary as hell. I'm not saying it's not, believe me. We are all living our own version of this. We all have different themes. Whatever shadow, whatever stuff that we've been clinging to from a place of fear, from a place of limitedness, is being purged right now. We are being drastically asked to become energy light beings and give up all the stuff, all the comforts, all the conveniences that we have attached to our old identity. And that's hard because it's comfortable, it's familiar, it's what we know, it's safe. And the truth is, your reality is splitting between the old timeline, the old you, and you don't actually know who you're becoming. You can't see the net, you can't see the future self, you can't see the new job, the new place of residency, the new lover. You can't see those things. And that is terrifying for the ego. The ego self is like, why on earth would you walk away? We've worked so hard to create this 3D self, this old identity. It's what we know, it's safe, it's secure, it's stable. Stay where you are. Don't move. Stay still. This is not a time for that kind of for stillness. It's a time of movement. This is dynamic energy, and it requires that with the fast-paced frequencies that we keep up with the pace. As I've said many moons ago in videos years ago leading up since 2012, like the energies have just, when we split into the new earth in 2013, the energies started to take up a pace. And as the years have gone by, they have rapidly increased. We do not have time now to sit and process and ponder and reflect as much as we did in the past. And the reason for that is these are fast moving, higher frequencies, light codes. We have become more quantum. So that slower, denser, third dimensional, plodding along, that is no longer sustainable where we are now. It's no longer valid. It's like trying to put a really outdated program into a spanking brand new computer. It just won't compute. So whatever you're on the fence about, whatever you're not trusting, that repeats. Like you might be having recurring dreams. Your shadows might be coming up a lot in your life, in your experiences. Whatever that is, you've got to put one foot in front of the other. Get moving. There's been lots of other times in the past where Spirit has advised us to be still. This is a very, very, it's a complex energy. It's unlike anything I've experienced before in this current incarnation. It's like we are Atlantis being given a second chance, and we got to make the grade now. We can't afford to get sloppy in our thinking or avoid the necessary changes that we are being called to make. So I'm seeing an awful lot of people with throat chakra issues. And that's the truth. You know, this is where we speak our truth. This is where we express ourselves. This is where we tune into our feelings and are honest first with ourselves. And then we're able to say to someone, this is how I feel. And look, I get it. That's really scary. It's scary to look at someone in the eye that you love and that you treasure, and to tell them something that you feel might upset them or hurt them or cause them to feel like you don't need them or want them. But you can't afford to sacrifice your own evolution and your own joy. This is about joy. This is about getting into a life, a lifestyle, a home, a support, a community, finding rewarding work that gives you that sense of satisfaction that this new earth has promised us and is providing when we take the action steps and when we actually keep up with this fast-paced frequency. Just thinking, is there anything else that they want to say? Yeah. Surrender to the merge. Leap. Jump. This music is, they're saying, this music, this frequency, this vibration is, it's a new dance that you have to learn as you go, but you have to start dancing. You have to start dancing. You have to start tapping your feet. And as I said, it's not comfortable. It's unfamiliar. It's, what will people think of me? What will they say? Will I look silly? Will I make the wrong choice? You know, will I get the moves wrong? All that kind of stuff. But this is a dance that if you want to honor, which I know you do, you wouldn't be here if you didn't. When you want to honor your heart's truest joy, your heart's truest desires, and your truth, you know, the truth that's sitting in your throat, that's sitting in your chest, the truth that's in your gut, in your brain, your first brain, which is your gut, you have to start dancing. So my friend, you know, just kick off your shoes, let your feet get tapping and start to dance away, because the sooner you face the music and dance, you know, think of that song, let's face the music and dance. The sooner you do that, the better your life is going to be, the easier things are going to be, and the sooner you will find yourself dancing comfortably to this new happy beat. So, if you enjoy this video, thumbs up. And I hope you're doing well. I really do. I make these videos for free. I do this because I care about humanity. I have great passion for everybody's happiness and growth. I love seeing people excel. I love seeing people step into their true power. And that's what this time is. It's a time of taking back your power. Whatever in the past, mistakes you made or things you did that any way you felt you betrayed yourself or you lost yourself along the way, those parts are all coming together now. They're all different parts of you are being retrieved and coming together to create this union, to create this wholeness. And it's really about you and you. So merge. Just let out a big scream and run and jump, and the net will appear. And you will merge with your future self, and you will create that new timeline, and the angels will catch you. They always do. The angels will catch your fall. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in what you're doing, and trust that this is part of the passion of you living your life, and honor that passion. You have a right to be joyful. You have a right to feel wanted, and you have a right to connect to your birthright, which is to live a healthy, happy, joyful life. I'm not saying there won't be challenges. There'll always be challenges. You came here to have challenges. It's built into the design of life. That's a given. But you're not here to suffer, my friend. If you're here hearing this message, if anything, you are not here to suffer. You can free yourself now. You can free yourself. Namaste. God bless.